Me and Susan met at Rutgers, actually. We were part of the same professional business fraternity. So the first time I really met her was during a Rush event.
When I came to Rutgers, I really did not have a lot of friends here. So I made friends with somebody her name is Jody. And Jody said, I know somebody that's in this AK Psi business, co-ed business fraternity. Let's check it out. And I pledged and was part of the fraternity, and that's where I met Dhruv. We talked a lot to each other. He would drive me places because I didn't have a car, and he lived off campus, so he had a car to drive around in.
So, right off the bat, we had a lot in common, professionally and also personally and stuff like that. So, we were always kind of very, very connected at a very early level.
We make sense together. This makes sense. And we learned a lot from each other, just spending time together and taking those drives. And I think that's where we really fell in love, was through that.
Our first date was very interesting, actually, because we were in college. It wasn't really dating like it is now, where you go out to dinner, you go out to drinks and stuff like that.
I was a little bit nervous because it was one of the first times, we hang out a lot, but it was the first time we were really going out to dinner together for a formal dinner. And in my mind, that was fancy, so I wore a dress. I was ready, all dolled up, everything, ready for this dress. And he comes and he says, we're going to Uno's. And I was like, well, I can't go to Uno's in this fancy dress. So luckily I had thought ahead and brought jeans. So I wore a beautiful dress over jeans to Uno's for our first date.
We kind of laugh about it now when we go on all these nice expensive dinners and drinks, how, our first official date was at Uno's for Valentine's Day, where I kind of came very casual, but she came very dressed up.
It was fun. Of course, all our dates were fun. It was very easy to talk to each other. We really just had a lot in common, a lot we could talk about. It was very easy, so.
Well, I knew I really liked her. Obviously, I really enjoyed spending time with her. Kind of just fun to be with somebody on Valentine's Day. It was also my opportunity to tell her, hey, look, you're somebody special and I really care about you. Sooner or later, I knew I would officially ask her to be my girlfriend. We kind of kept going on more dates, kept hanging out with each other a lot more, and every date after, every time we hung out after, I realized, okay, I really, really like this girl, and so it ended up working really well. I guess the first time I knew I was in love with Susan was we were actually driving down to a buddy's house down in at the shore. And I just kind of knew there at that point that, hey, this is a girl I really love hanging out with.
The first time I knew I was in love with him was probably on one of those drives to the city to get food. And I said to myself, what am I doing? And I said, well, I want to spend time with him. And I love him, and that's why I want to be with him. And I think that's one of the moments that I realized that.
May 16, 2008, when I officially told her, hey, I love you, will you be my girlfriend? And kind of, it's been all history after that, so. I'd known for a while I was going to propose to her. We'd been together since sophomore year of college, so, for me, it was only a matter of time. I actually ended up asking her August 20th.
It was a Friday night. We had nothing to do, nothing at all, so I said, okay, I'm going to work a little bit later. I'm going to go to get my nails done, everything. I was very relaxed, very calm.
I told her I was going to play golf with some of our counterparties at work.
And I said, you don't play golf. And he goes, well, I'm just going to ride in the cart. And I said to him, you shouldn't do that. That will be very embarrassing.
But that was the only excuse I really had about not waking up early and, not going to work.
I didn't think anything of it.
So what I did was I typed up 7 love letters for the 7 years that we've been together and, for the 7 reasons that I loved her. And I hit them in kind of like a scavenger hunt around their apartment.
I walked up to the door, and there was a note on the door, and it talked about, how much he loved me and how this day would be a very momentous day in our lives. And the tears started then.
The last letter was on the door of our bedroom. I was sitting there behind with the ring on my finger. So I said, open the door to your future. She opened the door. I asked her, and she said yes. So
I was thrilled. I had told him, it's about time. We've been together a long time. I'm really looking forward to this. But I actually thought the proposal was coming later. I didn't know it was coming that day at all.
It really felt like, it was a very joyous occasion. I was very, very happy. And, I was kind of glad that after 8 years, and I know she'd been waiting for a ring for a while, that I was finally like, hey, finally you're ready to be my wife now. what I love about her most is, how much fun I really have with her. I mean, I know that's a very cliche thing to say, but for me, it's just a multitude of things. She's beautiful, she's easy to get along with, and we have a lot of fun together.
The fact that I got somebody that's so good to me and so good to the people around me, and really means well and is good to the stranger on the street, like that to me is something that's really important.
For me, she's like really the perfect package. So, it's just a bunch of things I love about it. What I'm really looking forward to about our wedding is just kind of having everybody together and being able to celebrate.
I'm excited to party. We get to celebrate our love together and do that with everyone around.
It's been great so far. It's been an amazing 8 years, obviously. I'm really looking forward to kind of planning this wedding and all the things that kind of go with it.
I would say you make me very happy.
I just like marriage to be another step up into, another step into keep doing what we're doing and just stay happy.